All right, here we're on the second deck. We're going alphabetically. We're in the Necriums. So, yeah, let's take a look. So I'm looking at this deck is the Shifting Troop. Black, purple, black. I keep wanting to say black because, it's kind of blackish, the doom and gloom. The purple has the best names. They're almost I have the Dread Pack or the Shift. They're like short names. Everybody else is your uncles, Bob's, your mother's, Cartoons of the Virusio something or other, and this one is the Shifting Troop, and there are a lot of purple ones like that. Anyway, all right, let's look at the it's Cersei. Cersei is always good. Cersei is clearly the best one. Um, I'm gonna try to do less ums. So we've got her abilities, Shadowcast. So Shadowcast is a new one. It bumps a creature and gives it stealth this turn. So this is something that you're going to want. The very first off the bat, this is an aggressive, and it's an early aggressive card. So you're going to want to play this in an aggressive deck. And I think there are aggressive versions of purple green. There are aggressive version. They're almost all purple reds are aggressive. You've got so you want to put this on some big creature in the second deck cycle. Like green has lots of big dudes, like a basher or or other cards like that, just big old boys. And then you give them out of nowhere, you're going to hit somebody for 15 or so with this. Hope that's what you're looking to do with this. Um, Preferably, the way that I think I would like to play this is I would want to play that big old guy, whether it's a like a basher in green or one of the giants in in red, one of those big guys that's like 14-6 or something like that. Some big old kid that hits really hard. I'll play it when I don't have the forge. I'll play it as a very last play to set up the next round because if I play it on the forge, they'll put somebody in front of it, like at the end or something like that. Like it's I use a lot of times I'll use the second play when I don't have the forge to set up something to keep them from countering it going into the one when I have the forge. So you don't have the forge, you play something, you stop them. We're in the second deck cycle, so you're not dead yet because you're the aggressive one here. You play some big hitter in some lane in the back because you don't have the forge, but not opposite anybody or somebody that it can block. Low health something or other, and then it shoots to the front. And now they drop somebody in front of it, and then like the last thing you do is you give that dude a big old hitter and stealth, and then now you get in for 12, 15, something like that, and get a big chunk of their life with your game. This is a decent one. I don't think that doesn't make me want to pair this with blue. That doesn't mean the deck can't be paired with blue because you could choose the other. Yeah, I think I'm going. You could choose the blue commander, but if I'm going or the blue commander, the blue Forgeborn, brain's wandering. Choose the blue Forgeborn, but if you're pairing this with a green, a big beater, or I don't know, even know what's in the deck yet, but you pair this with a big beater, of green or big beaters of red, this will help get it through. Army Commander is Army Commander. That's the best one in the game. This is where you want it if you're playing a Krogius, but I don't know that you really want a Krogius with this, depending on maybe not. I don't know what's in the deck. If you don't play this with Krogius, you want to play something that has a bunch of bullets. So cards that suck in the beginning or that kind of suck in the beginning or aren't necessarily something you really want to play. A good one that I like is that I would want to hit with this is a Vine Lash. So if I'm looking at that level 2, if I've got some big dinosaurs, some big hitters that can get in, and then I don't play the Vine Lash in level 1, and then get to level or in deck cycle 2, and then get to deck cycle 3, and then all of a sudden you're upgrading that Vine Lash to start striking things with it. That's a really good card. And then Soul Siphon is Soul Siphon. Maybe, I guess it kind of works. I've used it before, but I don't usually use it very often. I'm not very excited about it. But it could work with an aggressive deck, maybe. All right, let's look at the cards. Okay. In the deck, we start out with an Ossuary mech. Not very exciting. There's nothing new about it except the symbol down here, which is not functional. Dead meat, rusted steel, robots and necromancy. We're in grave danger. Yeah, I mean that's Ossuary mech's a solid card. It's a 4/4, a 7/7, or a 9/9, so it's a decent beater, and you get to upgrade stuff. So it's not a bad card. It's just not super exciting in this particular moment. because I'm opening set 2 decks, and this is just a solid trooper to fight for you when it's at 1 deck. All right, let's look at the next one. Now this guy, this guy's pretty good. I've seen this before. I saw this when I played Matt or something similar to this. So first of all, this is a forge card. It's an adjective and a noun, and now you've got it's a common card and a common modifier. So looking at the different levels of it, it gets pretty big. I think the best one, obviously the best one is level 10, but the increase in the dude is his toughness, his health goes from 4 to 7 to 10. So 5, 4, 7, 7, 10, 10, and you want that big health so he can get in because he's going to deal. He wanted to kill people, and so you're going to drop this in front of somebody that he's going to kill immediately. And then you kill him, and now he gets into fight. So he's pretty good. I like the Slay. I think Slay is so much more well designed than the Shambling, or not the Slay. Slay is just a thing, but this particular Slay ability, where when he kills somebody, you drain them for a life. That is a way more fair and way better design than a Shambling, where because you can only do this once per turn. You probably construct some situation where you could use it more than once, but you're only ever going to use this once per turn, and you can use this once. And that's great. I'm going to drain you for 1. Maybe I get it again. I drain you for another 1, and I have a beater, something like that. But whereas the Shambling, you can trigger that 5 times a turn or more, depending on when people get killed, and that's not okay. Shambling is dumb, but it's really powerful. The bloodletting part of this, so I guess the bloodletting part is the activate. Deal 2 damage to you, and it gets bigger. So again, if we're looking at Cersei, we want an aggressive deck. This is a good, solid, aggressive creature. When he has the ability to get in and hit, you can trade your life for their life. So at level 1, it's an even trade. At level 2, it's a 2 for 3, and at level 3, it's a 2 for 4. It's basically a 2 for 1 trade in damages. And when you're playing an aggressive deck, that's one of the things you're racing their clock, and so you're willing to spend your life to take away their life. So even at 1 for 1, it's good. But once you start getting it better than 1 for 1 for yourself, it's going to be good. All right. Well, let's move this up here. Let's see what's next. So we've got the Ossuary Mech, it's a robot spirit. Bloodletting Butcher is a beast warrior. We've got 4 creature types in 2 cards. That's impressive. All right, so we'll look at the bloodletting. I don't see anything that's driving me a particular way yet, other than aggressive. Ooh, Stout Devourer. All right, Stout. So again, this is a hybrid card or a forge card. I can never remember what these are called. It's an adjective noun. The Devourer part is the Stout part is what's going to affect his butt. Is 6, 10, 16. It's going to get much bigger. All right. You may destroy one of your exalts to destroy a creature of the same level. Well, that's interesting. Oh my goodness, so just real quick, we're up to 3 cards and 5 different creature types. That's impressive. The only overlap is a beast, which is interesting because now I'm starting to draw these little lines of knowing what is in other colors, what cards exist in other colors. And I know green has a beast enabling mage. So now if we're looking at a big beater deck with green to pair with this, I want to see that beast enabler card. So at this point, I may get driven somewhere else, but at this point, the pairing that I'm contemplating with this is a green deck with big dudes that has that beast enabling mage in it. Now you have the purple one that enables beasts, but we're in purple, so either that's in here. I don't even know if that's in set 2, but that's in here or it's not. But we can't really go looking for that. But when we look for partner for this, that green beast enabling mage now has 2 beasts in there. That's pretty cool. So the creature himself, 4/6 is actually pretty big. That's stout, I would say. That's a decent creature at level 1, just as his body. One of the things that I think is cool, the exalts are neat. I like them. There's a line of them. There's a line of them, or a cycle of them, one for every color that does something intrinsic to that color. And it's you play the exalt, like the red one, for example. You play the exalt, it deals 3 damage to something. It may be a creature, it may be a creature or a player, I don't remember, but it deals 3 damage at level 1. And then when you play a mage, it deals 3 more damage. So it's underpowered the first time you use it and a little above the curve with the second time you use it. And that's kind of the point, is that you're trading time for power instead of getting 6 damage up. For like a perfect example of that is the lightning strike, the one that deals 5 damage. So that card deals 5 damage at level 1, whereas the red exalt deals 3 damage and 3 damage, but you have to space them out. And so that's you trade time for power. So in that cycle, depending on whatever we're pairing this with, if we find something like that in here, those exalts, they deal 3 damage, and then you meet some condition, like the red one is play a mage. So you play a mage, and then you deal 3 more damage. In that card, and then the exalt goes away. So you've got something that when it comes into play, and then you've got something that gets rid of it for more usefulness. The most I know the blue one does minus damage, or that minus damage at the front end. This particular guy works really well. I don't remember what the green one is, because I remember I'm thinking green for this so far. But the red one is a useful one. Like that 3 may not. If we're looking at a red exalt, that 3 may not kill somebody. So the stout devourer, in addition to being a big body, 4'6", 6'10", 8, 16, he has the ability to amp up that second echo of what the exalt does. So that's a solid add-on for this. All right, well, we're gonna put him over here with the beast. Ooh, a reaper. That's cool. All right, let's put this over here. So what does our reaper do? Make zombies. All right, great. He does the okay. Unless we have something that makes all our guys zombies, I don't. So there's another spirit. We've got a spirit here. And we've got a spirit over here. Maybe if it exists, that spirit charm from the new set would be useful in this in the green deck. Something to keep an eye out that would just tick the. We're comparing 2 decks, and one has the spirit charm and one doesn't. Maybe that's the thing why you pair it with that one instead of the other one. The Reaper, when one of your creatures damages an enemy player, give it +3 damage. So this is useful for combat, and that's kind of where most people think about it. But one of the things that I think is neat with this is it also counts for things like this bloodletting butcher. So your bloodletting butcher is going to get bigger. You kill something with the bloodletting butcher, and then the commanding reaper takes over and makes him bigger, so he can kill more people. And then maybe you get like now that we're thinking green, he's a beast. You use the mage that pumps up beasts and makes them tougher on this to keep growing him and growing him and growing him, or something like the spell that gives him a plus damage or plus health, or maybe even Oros. With that, if you're using Oros, or if you're using green and you have one with Oros, you could use the thing that makes their butts bigger. Because at the moment, I think we're looking at an aggressive deck. All right. Let's get this. And then as far as the commanding part, the zombies part, this is more useful in set 2, where you have cards that make all your creatures zombies, but it was not great in set 1 because you just don't. If so many, you can't build an all zombie deck. You have whatever they gave you, so it kind of only works some of the time. All right, so let's look at the commanding reaper over here. Oh my god, we have a reaper and a necromancer. These are some bad boys. Ardent. What does Ardent do? I don't know what Ardent does. There's no extra text in his box, so I guess it has something to do with his health and his damage and health. Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't matter. This guy doesn't do much damage. He gets okay as you get him bigger, but what he does is he upgrades cards. All right, I'm gonna upgrade level 1 cards. I'm gonna upgrade any card, or I'm gonna play a card from the discard pile as an activate for free. So this is one of those. This is one of those that you would want to hit with Army Commander. This is one of those bullets. Pretty cool if you manage to play one Necromancer in rounds 1 or 2, or deck cycle 1 or 2, and then the Army Commander him. That'd be awesome. Because now, yeah, that's talking about using like Vine Lash. This is another great target for it, because now you just start activating to play free stuff. Yeah, that's cool. He's a mage. We don't have any mages yet. Let's go to the next one. Combat guys, we're looking at 3 spirits now, so the value of that spirit charm thing is getting bigger. because it lets you do two things if you have a spirit out. And then this is a combat geist. It's just a solid beater. It's bigger than normal. It's in set one. That's it. Again, this is a pretty aggressive guy. You wouldn't hate to give this guy +3 damage and stealth once. All right, let's put him over here. Oop, I grabbed the whole pile. So we're going to put him over here with the spirits and the beaters or in the cards. All right. So we got an exalt. All right, Wither Frost. This is a new one. I've been forgetting to do this. All right, deploy. Give a creature -2/-2. So first of all, this works with the Devourer. And if you notice, this is the other thing. I talked about the exalts that echo that they did something, you came into play, you met some condition, they did it again, and then they go away. A lot of the exalts that are really good, powerful like this is a pretty powerful one. They blow the previous version up whenever you play them. So, like you played level one, if level one is out and you decide to play level two, the first thing you do is blow up level one. So, if you have level one out, you can, and you draw that Stout Devourer, you can get rid of it in order to, before you play the upgraded one, and get extra value out of it. That's pretty cool. That goes well with the Stout Devourer. And it just kills a dude, and more upgrades. There's a lot of upgrading in this. But you're looking at a lot. Utera Charger is a good one. I mean, he's great at level one, but if you can upgrade him to level two or even level three, it just gets much better. Oh, that's a pretty good card. Give somebody -2. All right. Kill some blue crappy creature with this and then instantly upgrade. This is a spell that kills things. Doom Alluvion. I don't know what that is. Let's see. So this is a adjective noun again. I can never remember these names. Oh, this is a cool one. All right. So the Alluvion, there's a bunch of cycles in this. So it's one of the things about this set too is that you'll look at a card like this Alluvion, and it does a thing, and it has this: if your Forgeborn is a higher level than this creature, give an enemy creature -3/-3. There's a blue. It's not called Alluvion. It's called something else, but it's a deploy. It's some creature that it says deploy. If your Forgeborn is higher level than this creature, give an enemy creature, or not give an enemy creature, but if your Forgeborn is higher level than this creature, do something. So there's one. I believe there's one in every color. So there's a cycle. It's called a cycle of them, and they all do something. So there's a lot, not a lot, but there's some amount of exploration in the new set. It's a little underwhelming because there are so many cycles. Because once you've seen the first one, like I've seen the Doom Alluvion, the card in blue, the card in blue gives armor. That one I know. So if you see this one and then you look at the blue one, it's not a mystery, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Let's go explore what this could do. It's exactly the same as the Alluvion. So there's once you've seen the first one of a cycle, the rest of them are cool, but they're not as novel as they might be. And cycles are good. I like cycles. I'm not decrying cycles, but they are predictable. And you get less excited the more of them of that cycle that you see, as opposed to cards that are just all novel and new. But that being said, I really like the if your Forgeborn is a higher level than this creature. I think that is a super cool design space for them to explore, because so far being the alpha set, so far we have only ever wanted to get bigger cards. You want to upgrade, you want to push forward, you want to get your bigger card because that's the most powerful one. So it's an interesting twist, and it adds an interesting idea to come up with cards that you don't want to play right away. You don't want to upgrade right away. You're never going to upgrade the Alluvion with, and this is a much better example if I can remember this card, but it's the blue card, the blue spell that says play a minion and then upgrade a card in your hand. You're never going to hit this guy with that because you don't want to upgrade him. You play something else, and that's really interesting. All right, the Doom part of this: you may destroy another one of your creatures to deal 5 damage to a creature player. That is fantastic. Get some dude that's about to die and throw it in the face of something else. I really like Doom. I actually got killed with this. So if you haven't seen our stream yet, it's going to go live for everybody here in another few days. The stream where we played a bunch of these decks together, Matt and I were playing. I believe he had just been pounding on me, and then we get near the end, and this is this came into play after I had stabilized, so it was an impressive way to end the game. I like it. And oh, it's another beast. Do I have two ooze beasts? I have two ooze beasts. Huh. All right. I don't know what you're going to do with an ooze, but this again, this is really pushing me towards a green deck. So I've got. I don't know if this is the green. This is the one I want to use. This is a pretty good one if you're doing an aggressive green deck. This Forge one, and I definitely want that guy that pumps all of the beasts because now I'm up to 3 beasts. All right, let's. Oh, what is this guy? Ooh, we have a zombie, so this guy will get bigger. Cold Heart Brute. If you have an Exalt in play, you may play a mindless zombie minion. So far, we've only ever seen one Exalt. So this is making me want to. If that green mage guy exists in set 2, when I say green mage guy, I'm talking about the green mage. I don't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. You're talking about the green mage that you activate him to make your beasts bigger. That's when I say green mage. That's what I mean. If that guy exists in set 2 in Battle for White Fang Pass, that's your because we've only seen one Exalt. Now there may be more underneath here, but I don't. Assuming there are no more, we've only got this one and one card left, so probably not. The odds are the bottom one's not. So that's only one Exalt. So you're going to want to play a set 2 deck with these brutes to make sure you have enough Exalts to get that extra mindless minion or mindless zombie minion. And then the Cold Heart Brute, let's see, level 2. Two or more Exalts. If you have an Exalt, if you have 2 or more Exalts, you have 2 or more Exalts. Okay, so you get a bunch of dudes. This guy's probably not going to get played all that much. Not great. You don't have a lot of zombies. Do you have any zombies? He's going to make his own zombie. So he makes his own zombie, and he is a zombie. That's not. This is probably. I mean, it's a cool card in some context, but in this particular deck, I don't think this is any good. All right, let's go to the last one. But we do have a zombie. But whatever. All right. And all right. Grave Pact, that is underwhelming from the perspective of wanting to see new cards. We all know what Grave Pact does. Kill one of your dudes to kill one of their dudes for the most part. So you get this Cold Heart Brute out, sure. Ossuary Mech is a good target for this. Otherwise, you're probably going to want to chuck somebody that has outlived their usefulness as somebody. Just a spell. It does a thing. It fills a hole, but it's not all that exciting. All right. So looking at this, I really feel like we're looking for an attacking green deck here. So we're going to have some spells to clear the way. You don't have enough removal spells. Enough of these -X are like some of the other spells that can kill people or 2-for-1 remove kill creatures to make this a controlling deck. But you do have some big guys and some guys that get bigger. So I think you want this to be an aggressive deck. So we've got, I mean, definitely I've got these 3 beasts, which is impressive for the green mage guy that pumps up beasts. I've got 3 spirits, and then wisp minions are spirits. So now I'm kind of narrowing down here what we want the green deck to have. We want it to have definitely want it to have that beast guy in it. And then we want some fatties. We want maybe some silver bullets to upgrade with Army Commander, like some cards that are okay at level 1 and then get much better, like a Vine Lash is a great example of a green one that does that. Yeah. It's interesting. I have an Army Commander that I don't want with the Crocus. So big attacking guys that can get through, preferably with Breakthrough, because Breakthrough is how you win with aggressiveness. One of the ways that you win with aggressiveness. That's it. Well, that's the Necreum deck. Y'all have a good one.